Hey guys, I had my Note 7 for about 2 days now, and I had my Note 5 for about a year. And I want to show you a few differences and a few things in the menu that have changed. You know that Note 7 is waterproof and it's got the micro SD card, when Note 5 is not waterproof and it doesn't have the micro SD card. And those are two things that made me want to get this device. And then also you know that Note 7 has got the round edges, when Note 5 it has straight edges, and it's a little bit wider than the Note 5. If I take this phone and I put it over, you can still see the size of Note 7. You can still see that Note 5 is showing behind Note 7. So those are the physical differences. But now the menu, it's a little bit different, and I like some of the Note 7 and I like some of the Note 5 features. But anyway, first one, if you slide down your menu right here, you'll see a difference in this right here. The screen, let me see, I guess my pen doesn't want to, the screen brightness, right? On Note 5, when you slide down, you'll see your brightness right here. On Note 7, when you slide down, you don't see your brightness right here. You have to slide one more time and your brightness is all the way down here. Now, I wish I could move that up so I can see it all the time, because I use that all the time. I don't like to use the auto just because it gives me weird screen lighting in different situations, and I don't like that auto. Although you could use the auto, so you don't have to go up and down. But if you like to use the manual menu, you can change the brightness manually. That's not there anymore. You can see that, right? You have to slide down. Now, it is true that if you use two fingers, right, it goes all the way down. Same thing here, I believe. If you use two fingers, it goes all the way down. Now on Note 5, when you use two fingers, your brightness disappears, right? When on Note 7, your brightness is all the way down right here. All right, they actually added, and probably this is also on S7, they added Wi-Fi calling, which would be this one. I believe there's one on Galaxy S7. We have the Wi-Fi calling. We don't have any Wi-Fi calling here. We also have the blue light filter, which we don't have in here. And then all the usual Wi-Fi, and then screen lock, and then Finder, and then all the other ones. We also have the always on display, which we don't have on Note 5 or S6. So that would be your drop down menu, right? You see that? I wish I could just have it right there. I'm just gonna get used to drop it down 2 times and it's gonna show in here. But anyway, that's that. Menu settings, you still have the settings up here. You'll press this button and you'll have your menu. Now you can see Note 5, the menu, it goes horizontally, right? Note 7, menu goes vertically. I like Note 7 much better than the Note 5. Note 5 is not I sometimes I get lost in here, when in here it's everything just perfect, nice and smooth. That's that. Another thing that I want to show you is the camera. The camera, how can I do this? Let me show you something. Alright, the camera on Note 5 is full resolution 16:9, right? 16:9 full resolution. It goes on full screen when you take a picture, right? Take a picture is full screen, everything is full screen, right? But Note 7 is not full screen anymore. It is 4:3, just like the iPhone. And that's one thing that I didn't like about the iPhone, is the fact that I have a camera that doesn't go full screen. I don't know why Samsung opted for this, but I guess it did. You can reduce the resolution to 9.1 megapixel. It's going to go 16:9, right? But I would like to have a 4:3. I'm sorry, a 12 megapixel 16:9, but I guess we don't have that option anymore. All the screens that I have, they're pretty much all widescreen in right now. It's not 4:3, it's 16:9. Samsung chose to do that. Not sure why. That's the camera, and I believe if I go back here in settings, we have about the same video settings. We have Ultra HD. Oh, we have Ultra HD on both of them. QHD, FHD, 60 frames. Sixty frames, full HD, 1:1. It's extra in here. That's probably Instagram. You could probably put videos like that on Instagram. And then we have HD and VGH. Alright. Camera, for you to be able to switch the camera to front facing camera, you just slide up or down and it switches in between cameras. When on Note 5 you can't do that, you have to push this button, right? Again, see that? I can go up and down. I have filters right here on Note 7, and I have some menus in here on Note 5 or Note 7. When Note 5, I have my menus right here, but I don't have any filters. Alright, that's the camera. And then in settings, there's other things in here that you'll see different. Is if you would go to lock screen and security, we have irises. You can scan your iris, and you can unlock the phone that way. Alright, when in here we have only the fingerprints. Alright, S Pen, there's the S Pen for Note 5 and Note 7. You can actually use the same S Pen for both of them, and we're gonna try them right now. I put my S Pen close to Note 7 and I press the Note 5 and I press the button. There's my menu. Put my pen close to Note 7, press the button, there's the menu. We have 2 or 3 menus that are new on Note 7. First one is you can do Smart Select, and then you have the option of animation or GIF, right? When in here, if you click Smart Select, you don't have any animation, right? Right. On Note 7, we have magnify, come on. On Note 7 we have magnify, right? You can magnify things, you can see them better. On Note 5 we don't have any magnifier. You can add 2 extra or 3 apps in here, right? We see magnifier. I'm not sure how much I want to use this, but I guess you never know. Interesting. All right. That's the magnifier. Then also on Note 7 we have translate, but I don't have it all set up right now because I'm not going to use it as much, and I don't want to have it there. I believe we have to go here, probably not. S Pen, and it's going to allow us to add translator. Pointer, direct pen input, here command. You can do that. Floating icon, I don't like that. And that's our S Pen. S Pen does not go in this way anymore, and that's a good thing. When S Pen on Note 5, it goes in like almost all the way in, and you can get it in there so you won't be able to take it out anymore. So those are a few differences in between Note 5 and Note 7. I like Note 7, and I actually bought a case to protect my phone. A case from Caseology. I'll show you how that fits on. You snap it on really easy. It's got this bumper, and it feels just perfect. One thing I need to mention to you is that a lot of people say this is an Edge phone, just like a S7 Edge. It's different. The edges on Note 7, they are not as sharp. They come in more like straight, and then they go sharp. I've seen an S7 Edge, and there's actually a big difference in the edges for S7 and Note 7. I don't have a screen protector on it, it's gonna come in, but this is how the case fits on. The buttons work just fine, perfect. This is another feature that you have on Note 7 and you don't have on Note 5, is the on screen all the time. You can see if you have any notifications, and you can set it to be on the bar or on the screen, and you can set it so it does switch in between bar and screen from like 7 p.m. to 9 a.m. or depends on what time you would like to do that. So this is it. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. This is your Note 7.